How's it going, YouTube? Gamer Triple Life here, and today I have a very special video for you. Today is my analysis of the new Black Ops 3 Zombies map trailer that we just got. It just dropped about 50 minutes before I just got to it because I was roaming the internet and I saw it and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. So let's start it off with the trailer right here, right now. How about that trailer, guys? How does it look? I'm telling you, it is going to be amazing. So as we can see here, we get a little cinematic view of the city that we'll be playing in. Supposedly, it's Chicago, but maybe not. All we know is it's in the 40s. And yeah, looking by the signs, it's a huge city. Really cool cinematic sweep of all the skyscrapers and all that stuff. But as you can see, this looks to be a part of the map and it's in disrepair. We get to see the first character along there. You can see him... looks like an upper class gentleman sort of type, and you also get to see the zombies run by, and you get to see your second character, which will be a showgirl, a showgirl type. That's not really much else we can get from this scene. We see the third character, which looks to me, and I know this because of information given in the rest or in the other part of the trailer, but he is a detective or cop, a dirty detective or cop, so to speak, and he's shooting at a couple zombies. You get to see all the three characters come together. You don't get to see the boxer yet, and then shoots the gentleman running away. So this map looks really amazing. I'm glad that they're touching in on an era that we haven't seen yet in zombies. It looks awesome, and here we come to our first portion that I want to touch on just really quickly. As we see there, it is the Type 100 weapon that he is using. Type 100 looks amazing, retextured and everything. And let's just take a look at the amount of detail in the gun and in his hands. It looks so amazing from the screenshot. If we push on a little bit further, we get to see a little bit. First of all, we get to see a perk, which looks to be a reskinned nuke, and then we also get to see a purple glowing orb in the background. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you can, notice it because it's in a lot of it's in the map a lot. So now, if we push on a little bit further, we get to see another cinematic shot, and if we pause it once again, which I'll go back a little bit because I just didn't pause it at the right time, but if we pause it once again, we can see what looks to be a perk machine, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It'll be in the top, more towards the top left of the corner or of the screen, and it's red, it's glowing red, and they're right by it. I don't know what it is, I don't know what it might be doing, but we have that part right there. So as we can see here, pushing on, we see the sniper rifle being loaded, which looks awesome. We see the characters, some more cinematic gameplay, and I've been told that that was one of the assault rifles that is shown in the multiplayer. Looks really cool, but I don't really have much to say about it other than it's going to be one of those guns that's in the campaign, and it's a futuristic gun in the 40s. And now here's a very interesting part. Now I'm going to let it play through. You guys watch every little detail that you can. So as we saw there, we saw the Showtime girl, or whatever you want to call her, the showgirl, and everybody's doing something bad. Everybody's doing something that would be considered dishonest or not good in a sense. And as we can see, finally it's coming upon the gentleman sort of guy, and he is throwing a knife at a girl that's chained up. Now, if we put it in the context of what's happening in the scene, I'll just pause it right here, then we'll know that they're all saying that we've all done something bad, and that maybe this is us being punished. So as you can see there, we're seeing all of their crimes. We see the showgirl, and it looks like she killed somebody on the line. Maybe it was on duty, or maybe it was off duty. I don't know how she would get into that situation. We don't know yet. We also see the policeman, or the private detective, whatever he may be, taking a bribe and then killing the person that gave him the bribe. We also see then the boxer putting on a pair of, or a set of brass knuckles to win a fight. And then finally at the end here, we see the gentleman, he looks to be a magician now that I think about it, throwing a knife at a girl, and I must have to assume that she either died because of it, and he missed through, or something along those lines. So with the theme, we could be looking at another form of purgatory here, guys. We could be looking at another Mob of the Dead, so to speak. In a way, this could be the devil, or it could be maybe furthering the origin story. I hope it does the origin story. Now, there's going to be a couple complications as we get into the video, because there looks to be some freaking alien things, and I don't even know how to explain that, but I'm going to try my best, and I have a couple theories on how it goes. So let's just keep pushing on. So right here, we get to see the first picture of a Pack-a-Punch weapon. He looks to be reloading it right here. It looks really awesome. Pack-a-Punch camo looks better than ever, and here we get to see him unloaded into a whole crowd of zombies. Looks awesome. Next we have the guy running into and killing a bunch of zombies, punching him in the fist. That's pretty cool, but the biggest part right here is the sword. Now I'm going to freeze frame it right on the sword, and I want you to pay attention to the color of the sword. So essentially the swords, there's two different swords, and each sword has a different ability. Now the first sword, which is the blue sword, can be used as a regular melee weapon, and can also be used as a I don't even know what to call it, but the character jumps in the air and hits the ground with it, and all of a sudden it sends out a big shockwave. Looks really, really cool. And if we further on with the footage, we can see the next sword, which looks to be a red sword, which I've been told, some people say it's the Hell Retriever. It acts like it, and it looks like it, and it looks really cool. Here once again we get to see the blue sword in action, and then also we get to see the Type 100 once again, but that's not what I want to focus on. If we wait just a minute out of watching this cool cinematic, as Treyarch loves to do, we get to see the zombie shield, and this zombie shield looks to be rocket powered, which is amazing. It's blowing the zombies, back, and he's crashing into them. Looks super cool. Once again, we get to see the rocket propelled, and all of a sudden something blows up. I don't know what happened there. I'm assuming that's an effect of the zombie shield. And right here we get to see the new perk machine. I don't know if this is the only perk machine, but it looks to be the new perk machine. Now, as we watch, we get to see these gumballs that come out of the gumball machine that give each character a cool power. Now, this power looks to be random, but it might not be. It might be specific to each character. We don't know yet. So, I'm going to turn off my Xbox here. So, as we get to see, one gumball may do one thing for another person, and one may do another thing depending on the color, maybe even depending on the character, like I said. But I don't think, even though people say it, I don't think this is actually a replacement for the perk machines. I think this is only something that gives you a little bit momentary drops or cool effects. Because as you can see, like the first guy, all the zombies went around him. The second person, he got to spawn a drop, which is really cool. And then we get to see the showgirl who initiates a nuke out of nowhere, which is awesome, but those aren't full-on perks. We know that Juggernog and other perks along those lines have full-on lasting effects, which those three things, although they're cool, wouldn't be enough to replace those perks. So once again, if you can see in this footage, we get to see that fountain thing, and then all of the sudden tentacles just sprout from the character, and they look to have their mind of their own. They're fucking weird. Somebody at Treyarch has been watching too much hentai, and if you could see back there, I'm not going to freeze frame it, but it looks just to me like this mode opens up new areas that you couldn't see before, like Afterlife in Mob of the Dead, which is really cool. Obviously, we're going to have to see if that may help us in the future, or if that's true even. But now we get to see all of the characters. I think they're looking exhausted, but other theories suggest that they are looking defeated, or they're looking like they have done something wrong, because all of a sudden this motherfucker just comes out of nowhere with 3 heads, and he looks to be like an alien with hentai spiny wing. Oh my god, he looks disgusting. So I don't have much of an explanation for him, but I have a theory. So if we want to keep with the original zombie storyline and the theory of Agartha, etc., stuff like that with Samantha, then we can assume that this creature is an Agarthian like creature, something from that realm, that has come to this world for whatever reason. Obviously, we're going to need more information to further our storyline about this being, but it looks disgusting. That is my only real explanation for why it would be here, or not really even why it would be here, but why it is what it is, because the alien, it obviously looks like an alien, but I just feel like an alien is going off of what Treyarch didn't want, and Ghost did that, but nobody wants aliens. Fuck aliens. So I have a feeling that this is an extraterrestrial being, but these beings are from Agartha, and we'll have like 1 or 2 rounds that are focusing on these, the thing with 3 heads, and then these flying things right here, and they look to be spewing out the same yellow sort of fog thing, and that looks disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Good job, Treyarch, of making things that are going to haunt me in my nightmares. And as you can see, the pus, or whatever you want to call it, is flowing all over the ground, so I'm guessing it's going to be the same situation as those crawlers from Black Ops. And as you can see here, we get some cool cinematic parts, and here's one part that I haven't seen many people in the reveal trailer notice. I'm going to freeze frame it here for 1 second, because if you notice, there is a human that just came out of there, and then all of a sudden he freaking explodes. Like, that doesn't happen to regular people, so obviously something's happening. I have a feeling that that's like a blood sacrifice or something like that, which means that this map is so freaking condescending, because you have aliens, and you have sacrifices and shrines, and you have text glowing red all over the place, and it's just all over the place, guys. We need to figure out what this is, because all of a sudden he just explodes and then he implodes, and that doesn't happen on a regular basis. But as you can see here, we get some more cool cinematic shots of the characters, some of their backstory, and once again, I think that their backstory is going to play a huge part in why they're here and why they're doing what they're doing. Once again, could be Purgatory, could be Samantha, I don't know, and nobody else knows. We're just going to need to let time go on, and once that zombie mode releases, you better know I'm going to be all over that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys want to see more zombies content, please leave a like and a comment. I am so psyched for this, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.